Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of OilTown here in City Skylines 2, where we're now flying over what we built in the last episode, our very own prison on an island. We built, oh hold on, some frame rate lag right there. We built our very own version of Alcatraz, Oilcatraz, as some people have been calling it in the last episode. Since last episode guys, it's quite funny to see you guys' comments on this. Somebody says if one person goes to prison, they're going to be heavily watched as 202 guards literally are keeping eyes on one prisoner. And a lot of people are saying, yo, Seniac, to get people in the prison, you need a courthouse to kind of sentence them. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I do need a courthouse, don't I? But then I loaded up the game, and I think some people have been getting confused with City Skylines 1, because there's no such thing as a courthouse. These are all the police options here. In administration, there's a welfare office, city hall, which is not a courthouse. I already have the city hall place down, and a central bank. And I'm thinking, hold on. Wait, hold on. Where is the courthouse? And I'm thinking, everyone, there was like at least 10 comments of people saying, get the courthouse. Where's the courthouse? Like, seriously, it does not exist in the game. And even I thought there was a courthouse. I thought there was, and I was thinking, oh yeah, I need to build it. I have the city hall placed in, where did I place it? Over here, as you can see. But courthouses don't exist in the game. They're not even signature buildings, I believe, which is really weird. Guys, what is going on right now? Have we been lied to this whole time? Have we? Was there a courthouse before, or are we all getting confused with City Skylines 1? I'm not too sure, but a courthouse don't exist. But anyway, the policing in OilTown is actually really good. We only have one arrested person, so if that person is convicted, then they will go to prison, but it's very, very unlikely that's going to happen. Kind of crazy, right? It is kind of crazy. Well, anyway, welcome back to another episode, guys. Today, we're going to work with this area over here and finally start kind of building it all up. Now, what I want to do is I want to turn this into quite a high-rise area. I want the landscape to kind of be dramatic as it gets to the edge of the OilTown island. So things are going to be quite interesting. Be a lot of jobs. We've got big tourism in this vicinity here. Just nobody wants to use it. I also moved the car parks recently, and viewing them, it looks like we have a few vehicles that have technically disappeared, which means a few of the residents have actually come and collected their cars. Interesting. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on this, boys. We'll keep it, right, remember this, 315 and 319. So 315, 319. Remember those numbers. We'll see if they decrease further out this episode. So what are we going to do then? We're going to hopefully build this all up. I want to use some of the signature buildings to kind of bulk up the job market. We have a lot of unemployment still, nearly 10%. Gotta reduce this as much as we can. And I think first things first is just figuring out a nice little road layout, boys. Now, I'm not going to do anything on this side for now because I want them to come and collect their vehicles. We do have a little bit of a post office here, and I'm going to reclaim a little bit of area here so I could maybe create... Do I not create an overpass, or do I just kind of keep it all on that? I feel like I'm going to create like a little bit of an overpass for the road, at least in this vicinity, so we can access more of this area. So we're going to reclaim this little bit, and we'll push this going out. We'll kind of do a nice little radius. Damn, this is actually, it's the difference in heights is kind of wild, isn't it? It is kind of wild. Do a nice little radius there. I'm going to push this down the back a little bit. Push this round as it leads in to this area, just so I can create a little bit of an overpass to access this side, and then we'll kind of smoothen it all off. So, rather than build the bridge coming over, we're going to set this area up over here first and see what we can ultimately do. So if this road is going to run down to the end, I can maybe like kind of cul-de-sac it, which would be pretty nice. Do I create that as the only entry point? It will alleviate traffic. We'll have another entry point over there as well. So theoretically, we're now going to run going up. So if I run up to a 112, And I want to grid it off as much as I can, because it's going to have like a downtown vibe area anyway. So there's my 3 points that I'm going to be running with. And do I make it all bend in? That's my next question, isn't it? So I could base it off this one here. And run down. Let's just do a 112 there. Do the same thing then here. 112. And again, same thing here. And I might be able to get another one there, even though I don't have a road to kind of match that. But I'm just kind of figuring out where the bends are going to take place. So I reckon it bends quite early, giving us more freedom to work with this. So if I go right to where it snaps in and go back 1, 2. Same with this, right to where it snaps in. 1, 2. Same here as well, right to where it snaps in. 1. Oh, that's a little bit tricky. 1, 2. There we go. And that's where we then attempt said bend. So same with this. 1, 2. I think that's 1, 2. Oh, that went a little bit funny, didn't it? That could be the hill that it's slightly rising up. That could be the hill that it's slightly rising up. I want to try and keep as much of the zoned grid as we possibly can. You will lose some of it as it kind of rises and kind of all that jazz. Oh, that didn't bend right, did it? Alright, nicely bent in. There we go. And I think this one can almost deal with. Right, that bends round beautifully. We'll have some roads connecting through it as well, but we've just got to figure out where the other... I think we'll utilise the very furthest one as the up and over. So if I delete this back here, and then we choose to bring it down by... the plus 10 is completely fine. Oh, hang on, we're still on bend mode, aren't we? Yeah. Right, bring it to there. Up by 10. We'll go across. And then we'll bring it back down to Earth. And I'm just going to run it to there with that 4-lane road. We'll come all the way through. And then we'll most likely cul-de-sac it off to kind of end it. Right, we've got... It's very gridded. I do like it. I do like it. And then we're going to create a few little points where we're going to pass through. No reason behind any of this. It's just going to be as I see fit. Trying to do this where it doesn't cause much of an issue. Well, that would do us fine. And that has gone completely off now, hasn't it? How can I get this to stay as straight as I can make it? Wow. It changes at the last minute. It literally changes right at the last minute. We're probably going to have to deal with that. We're probably most likely just going to have to deal with that. And then we'll bring this down anyway. We'll bring it all the way. It's like a cul-de-sac point. And run you down. Oh, it's all going... This is the biggest... My biggest issue with City Skylines 2. Roads. Why can't you just be normal? You know what I mean? Right, that is the most downtowny vibe system you could get. You can kind of see where the old roads used to connect in a weird way before the highway came through and just tore this place apart. Right, that would come off there, and then we'll run that to there. And this doesn't line in correctly. It's got to be that 4-lane roads issue, right? No, I think it might be our issue. Alright, delete you. If I come across by the 112 and then run it down, that all stays in place. And if I just quickly cut you to there, just to kind of create that little gap. motorize you up. And then medium road it. All the way down. Okay, that is perfect. That will do us justice. Nice. Right, 315, 319, okay? 315. Oh, they're picking up vehicles and we're not spotting them. They're either picking up vehicles or the vehicles are despawning. Surely they've got to be picking up vehicles, right? I've not seen anybody come in and do it. We remember when we first figured this out? Oh, were they vehicles parked? Oh, we have vehicles parked. See, they're picking them up, guys. They are picking them up and driving them right now. Remember when we first discovered this? Like, probably like episode 5 or 6. I can't remember when it was. And we seen them walk in, get their cars and drive out. And I had this massive, like, light bulb moment. You guys remember that? I mean, it seems like so long ago, but such fond memories, guys. Such fond memories. Right. Okay, so now we've got this loop. We could actually maybe think about bringing the bus route over that and then up and in as a way to collect more people. And the other side of it is we do have the metro line running through as well. So we could maybe add another metro stop, but then again, that is pretty close by. We could have the bus route tearing through. So yeah, it's a tough one. I'm going to make it walkable with an underpass just here as well. But let's get some signature buildings down. So I want to make sure of office and commercial. So if I start with offices, because they're going to be the biggest buildings that we do have. And oh, look at that. Like I said, I do want big skyscraper buildings. And I think I put the big tallest ones near the edge of the road. That is going to be perfect for that area there. We've got the Stylus Tower. This is even bigger. Oh my goodness me, this is even bigger. Now that there is a chunky building if I've ever seen one. The only space I could really legitimately get it in and it kind of feel okay is here. But is it too close to that? No, it's not. That feels like a downtown area already. Oh, I'm liking this. It does give us a little bit of a gap there, which I'm going to move that building just down to. There we go. Oh, look at... I mean, this is what I'm after. I'm after, like a random sticky up bit at the end. That's what I'm after. That's the kind of the vibe I'm going with. Now, just those two buildings alone provide 190 jobs in one, 470 in the other. That's wild. That is a wild amount of jobs straight out the bat. Now, we've got the multimedia story tower as well. So this is where it then starts to kind of come down in levels. So I reckon somewhere like over here would be a good shout for you. Not bad. We've got the... What is this one again? Sorry. This is the... Better safe than sorry, just in case. I don't know what that means right now. I have no idea what this building's meant to be. But this is going to go just here. So I'm just kind of playing with the landscape first. Before I do my zoning anyway. Just playing with the landscapes. That's signature building, sorry. What tall buildings do we have for the commercial? They're not huge buildings. Can that squeeze in right there? Oh, that can. Okay, that fits perfect. And how big are you? So I'm going to put you right here as well. And the capacitor building. I'm going to get that right at the end of the bridge road coming over too. Right. Any more vehicles disappearing? They are. Are they just like despawning, or are they kind of like teleporting to where the residents are? Because I'm not seeing that anybody pick them up. Maybe they're teleporting to where the residents are. And then they're utilizing them. Because there's a vehicle right now driving down. You know what I mean? We are seeing vehicles moving around the city right now. So that's kind of exciting, isn't it? It is kind of exciting. Now, there's nothing stopping me. Oh, these are the residential buildings, aren't they? There's nothing stopping me utilizing double of these These are the multi-use ones, aren't they? They're the ones that allow us to have residents and employees. Yeah, there's nothing stopping me utilizing multiple of these tall skyscraper buildings. Where's that big building? That's the... Oh, that's a residential tower, isn't it? So that's the other side of it as well, is the tall residential buildings. So you got this massive one here. This is ridiculous. If we can squeeze you in. We've got the Century one, which I'm going to put right there. We've got the Colossus. Is it the Colossus Tower? So that is now... Does it look weird with that being in the middle? Is that kind of like overshadowed by the others? I should really flip these around, shouldn't I? Let me just reposition you just there for a second. We're going to move you in. There. And then position you in there. Because of the staggering of the landscape is what I'm after, right? That's what I'm after. So that provides a lot of residential places, which kind of contradicts what I'm trying to accomplish by bringing the unemployment down with all the jobs. But I am going to put in a lot of job stuff around here. I think that's probably as far as I want to go with the residential side of it. Now, I'm probably going to maybe squeeze in a few more of these buildings. I'm actually going to reposition these smaller ones because it does make me realize how much further I want to spread this stuff. So that can't really go in there. Well, I'm running, I could definitely place... I'm going to place that in here. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag that road up a little bit further. There we go. There we go. Which might then make me want to move this one up a bit further. Okay. This building. Move you. So that could... theoretically... Oh, that squeezes in just there. Right, I like these little nooks and crannies we're able to throw stuff in. It's a shame that can't squeeze in right there, but I'll throw it just there. And then move this just here. That can stay down there for a minute. Right, I might be going a little bit too crazy with these signature buildings, but it's all part of the landscape I'm trying to create. So if I replicate the same building twice, I'm going to change the orientation of it. Does that actually fit in there without anarchy? Oh my goodness me, it does. So changing the rotation of it makes it then look like these two buildings there are the same. But all of a sudden, because of the angles change looking at it, it looks like a different type of building now, doesn't it? This is what I'm after, though. This is the exact vibe I'm going for here. This is the exact vibe I'm going for. So we've got this tower, which I've placed that one over there, didn't I? So this one, is it worthy to go here, or do I squeeze in another one of these? That's definitely now facing a different way. I can maybe move it down a bit. If I moved it right to the end, we'll have to extend the road by the looks of it. Get it a little bit closer to the edge. Again, feels like... Wait, hold on. That's got blue. Is there... Oh, hang on. That's got like black windows, where that one's got white. Is there different variations of the same signature buildings? That has now completely changed the game. Because all of a sudden, I could get more than two in. I mean, I've got 3 of these now in. 2 of them are the same. One's blue. Okay, that's kind of slightly changed the game a little bit, hasn't it? Because that could go there. But then that's got purple. Right, I might be going a little bit overkill with all of these because I've got to do some actual zoning. But I'm liking these. I'm liking the difference in all of this stuff. I really am. So if I put you there. right? Again, it's got yellow on it. Okay, I didn't realise you were getting different styles. Okay, that's probably enough offices. It's probably enough offices right now, isn't it? There's probably... I don't need to add any more in. We'll do some commercial in this area, and we've got some residential people living here as well, so we want some other stuff in this vicinity at the same time. So, in terms of zoning the commercial, I'll fill all the little nooks and crannies now with it. A little bit of commercial now thrown in. Great stuff, great stuff, great stuff. Leave it to there. We'll do some zoning around here. So because of the size of this, we'll do all commercial just here. But that will feel quite small. And then what we do is we squeeze in the big, tall offices. In the little nooks and crannies. But also we can get tall residential as well buildings. So if I scrap that there, we'll get tall residential buildings there. And there. We'll get some low rent housing just there. There's a different variation. And give that time to now build up. And we'll just kind of then see how it looks before we do anything additional. Right. These are definitely evaporating. These vehicles. Which if it is... I mean, because look, there is another personal vehicle just there driving around. If it is truly evaporating and they're just being teleported to the actual owner of the vehicle, then I don't mind that. I don't mind that if that's the way that they're coming to collect them. Because I'm trying to watch them right now and see if one of them does disappear. Which I don't think it's going to. I could be here for a while watching all of this. Yeah, I'm not going to watch it. Because I don't know if I'll be able to spot a vehicle disappear. But if it is truly working, and they are just kind of teleporting to the player, because they used to come and collect them. I don't know whether it's kind of like a little bit out the way at the minute. A little bit too far, I'm not too sure. Now, do you think we should have a subway stop in this vicinity? Because that one over there, then they've got to walk. I mean, I did say I'm going to change the bus route, didn't I? So let me first play around with the bus route. So rather than stopping there and then going over to there, we'll move that double stop to here. And then I'll add another one in just here. Because obviously they're the two junctions in which they can kind of walk around. And then before there, we add a stop here and here. Okay, and that's where we're going to switch it. So if I cancel you, cancel you. There we go. So that would theoretically stop here first. And then to there. And then into there as it makes its way back. You would go into there. So is the bus route enough, or would you guys recommend maybe throwing in a subway stop as well? Because when you think about it, the amount of buildings and the residential, just in this vicinity alone, which if I do build a little radius around right now, maybe in the comment section down below, guys, you could give me some name. I gotta do terraforming, by the way, as well. You could give me some name suggestions for what we could call this brand new area. But the residents are going to skyrocket. Jobs are really, really high. 7,000 jobs. If you compare it to like somewhere like this vicinity here, which is, that's a really big area. Oh, there's 10,000 there alone. That's a really big area. And that's a particularly small area at the minute. And there's still zoning still yet to be built. I would probably say yeah to a subway stop. Pull it right. But then again, that's so close. Now, I did say I was going to do some walkways. Where they could go directly under. Right, it goes directly to there. Which that then goes over the bridge and in. I could do some underpasses. for the walkways as well. Let me see if I can just also create just some generic walkable connections. If I went to here, went underground, see that now all of a sudden has made it very walkable in this vicinity. The fact that they can now go from there, bam, under, and then in, is game-changing for them. That really is game-changing. So, I'll see. I'll see what happens. I'll see what happens. Alright. How many vehicles are now here? There's a personal vehicle just there. You see what I mean? They are collecting the vehicles. I just don't know how they're doing it. Should we bring more over? I mean, we've still got the big floating tower, don't we? That's hilarious. A lot of taxis coming in. So I might just go for some... do I go for some slightly smaller ones that are easy to kind of place in the area? Let's just go with them. Let's see how quickly they fill those up before anything else. Okay. Okay. Anyone parking in these yet? No. No one's parking any of those. But buses are now taking the new route, by the way. Big skyscrapers are now here. Imagine living here. And you come out to put your bins out. You put your bins out, you look over and go, damn, son! Where'd that come from? Damn. So, what has that done to unemployment then? Because obviously that has provided a lot of jobs. It's brought it down a percent, but it's the wrong type of jobs I'm providing, isn't it? I've given them a lot more well-educated jobs when you need the poorly educated jobs being thrown in at the same time. Now, we did add the extra facility over here. I don't think anyone's actually physically come and utilized that just yet. But could we throw in some of the signature buildings over here that are beneficial to us, like a chemical plant? That would mean that I'll have to bring a lot more workers over here. The fuel plant is probably a better shout. If I was to implement you. So say I'll put you in like in the center section just here. We'll most likely have to extend the... is it a meet? No, it's normal road, isn't it? Yeah. Normal road. And then do what I like to do. Build a little perimeter road around it. And then we got a little bit of a fuel plant all the way out into the sticks. I mean, provides 412 jobs, don't get me wrong, but it's a long way for them to now travel. Would this area here need like a subway extension? Just out of curiosity. I feel like it would. Because there's a lot of people that would need to work. There's 300 employees there. 125 there. 140 there. 238 here. 250 there. 140 there. 331 there. And how many are these ones? 210 there. Yeah, we're going to need some form of public transport leading over to that area as well, aren't we? All right, that's what we'll sort out next episode is our public transport to the areas that we're not currently serving. So hopefully this big junction here can handle what we've done. It should be able to because we set it up pretty good, but now we're going to see a little bit more of an abundancy of vehicles utilizing this area more. What zoning have we got here? That's all office demand right now, which we don't currently have. A bit of commercial thrown down on the back end of it as the skyline does drop down. Very good to see. Do we need a bridge kind of or something that connects up to these guys to make it a little bit more walkable? Especially for the car parking area. Do you reckon that is sufficient enough? I'm not sure. Have they already filled up these car parks over here? Not yet. Do you reckon we should add, like, an additional road or two leading in and out of this area? Well, I'm going to do it for the funsies. By adding in an extra road or two. Give them alternative routes. But this is hilarious. I mean, it's like triple fast speed right now. Look how slow the game is simulating. It's almost slower than normal playtime when you start a new city. It's kind of wild, isn't it? It is kind of wild. Right. We should have like a one-way in and out system as well. Could be beneficial. They're now all coming into... Oh, they can park on that going through the back end area as well. Okay, that works out really well. That should fill the car parks a little bit more at this point. So if the game's running so slow, it makes sense why I'm not seeing them pick up the vehicles. No, I should be able to see them. Because it's so slow. You know what I mean? They can't get past me that quick. What, are they driving rocket ships right now? Another personal vehicle there. Another personal vehicle there. Another personal vehicle. Oh, is that a coal truck? No, it's a dump truck. Let's go. Let's go. Right, this area is actually built quicker than I expected it to. So that's worked out fairly well. We're going to drop some high-density commercial just running down on this end, there, and there. And do I do it there or do I just let that be? I think I'm going to let that be. There's no need for me to do anything just there. And we're going to sort this out now as well with the landscaping. So smoothie time. And we'll take it from the bottom first. Bringing it all out. Smoothie, boys. Are you going to turn green? There we go. Right, that road is looking a little bit wild at that height. So we'll just kill it off there for a hot min. And that's turned out exactly how I wanted it to. So that's worked out perfect for me. That really has worked out perfect right now. So yeah, we are going to have to extend a lot of the public transportation lines because they're now I don't think there's sufficient enough in this area. And one thing I have not done, if you wanted to go from New Orleans to this new area or down there, you got to go all the way through the city. I haven't done like a dedicated line that maybe comes down this way. That might be something to look towards. It might be. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not too sure if that will be beneficial in any way, shape or form. 2 people on the bus. Or even a dedicated bus route that goes through here down to there. And just skipping all of this, because not everybody wants to kind of go through that. But then again, we do have the capacity on the subway line. So, yeah. It's an interesting one. It is an interesting one. Still no vehicles. Want to use my car parks. But that's okay. Who are you? You're park maintenance. What's going on with the... You see the wheels there, boys? You see the wheels right there? Right. Few more personal vehicle. That's park maintenance. Oh, that's a hearse. They're not personal vehicles. They're hearses. I reckon at some point for the funsies, yeah, there's a bunch of personal vehicles there. We build a road to the outside region and just see how wild the traffic would become. Would anybody want to vote for that idea? Let me know in the comment section down below. But we'll end it here for now anyway. But that's maybe something that we could kind of experiment with in the future. Yes, guys. That area has gone exactly how I wanted it to. To be a big built-up section at the opposite end. There's still a bit more zoning that still needs to kind of get done to kind of finalize it, and I've got to do this area. I was kind of mainly more waiting for them to pick up their vehicles, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that right now, but that's all okay. That's all okay. But we'll end it for here, guys. Next episode, we got to focus on public transport leading to the areas that we're currently not servicing. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode, if you are enjoying the series, please smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. Until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.